Well, I'm still in there.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve McMillan Log here with Brett Wheeler as we are in qualifying. And Brett, good to have
Hello,
you.
buddy. Yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to UltimateDirtTV, round number 6 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. We do apologise. We are having a few technical issues at the moment. We'll look to get them sorted out. There's Alex Bergeron goes quick time with a 16.726. A 16.726 as Kendall Tucker now 16.739 on the program, and you know that Kendall Tucker, well, he wants to come back into victory lane. Speaking of victory lane, it was Taylor who went back to victory lane last week, and it was a case of about 3 weeks where he had not seen a victory lane. Tucker goes quick time with a 16.720, a 16.720. What a mighty lap time for Kendall Tucker. Logan Rumsey with a 17.027 on lap number 1. He's going to stay in position number 17. Darren Hall on the racetrack as well. So we are looking at, I believe, about 34, 35 drivers who have signed into the pit area for tonight.
Yeah, right now you got 30 drivers who've gone out and qualified. BJ Duvall's currently 30th. We're still waiting for Brandon Morgan, but it looks like we're rolling it over. And here we go with your starting lineup for heat race number 1.
Oh, all right.
I got to clear this.
There we go. There we go. Kendall Tucker in the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine will start on pole. So he's outside in the 77 for Momentum Sim Sports. In fact, he's not with them anymore. It's Brad O'Brien, position number 2.
Route number 2 will be David Allen in TSM, car number 01, and Landon Cardoza at car number 114 from California.
Craig Silver going to roll off out of the 5th position in the Firm Motorsports number 7 machine, and he's outside at a position number 6. That will be Remington Wade. And then we go back to the final and 7th, the final starter in kind of a 21. It's Chris Sebeske.
You won't believe this. I have no cars on timing.
Got no cars on timing.
So bear with me real quick. We're going to shut this down. I'm going to restart it. Let's see here. We're definitely having technical difficulties, aren't we?
I've never ever come across this many technical issues in the space of about 15 minutes.
Here we go. And I don't know what's up with the heat in the name there, how they're like stuck like glue there.
If I can get my live timing to work, I will take over, but apparently my live timing doesn't like to work either.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. Hold on a second.
I'm just trying to go back and see if there is see if there's an update. I can't seem to find anything with it.
Oh no.
I find it really weird that, like, not only am I not only am I having problems, you're having problems. BJ was having problems earlier on. That's 3 people that have had problems with it.
Yeah, in a matter of, what, an hour's time?
Yeah, like a couple of hours.
Well, we're fixing to let them loose out turn number 4. It's Kendall Tucker, Brad O'Brien, David Allen, Landon Cardoza, Remington Wade, and Craig Sibley. And then you got Chris Shabaske rounding out your field.
All right, well, looking at that, we've got 5 heats, 10 laps aboard. Top 3. Tell you what, you're about to get a message, Steve, but here we go. Green flag is out. Kendall Tucker going to lead us to the drop of the green flag. Brad O'Brien right now working in the 2nd spot. David Allen back there in position number 3. They'll race down the back straightaway. Top 3 going straight through to the main event. And again, 10 laps of distance. Cardoza, he may try to catch a piece of the inside wall there. Yes, oh, look at Allen and O'Brien. O'Brien, he snakes it down the front straightaway. Oh, man. That was Craig Silby on the inside there, and I'm just trying to think who was that got shuffled out.
Well, Landon Cardoza.
Yeah, Landon Cardoza, who I got absolutely belted in the 14 machine, but we stay green for the moment.
Staying green for the moment. There you see Brad O'Brien there in that 2nd spot in the 77. The Kendall Tucker has a sizable lead.
Again, top three going through to the main event. Tucker, quick time here tonight. He wants to go back to victory lane here in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting Wing Sprint Car Series. We're working on completing lap number 4 and 6 to run, Steve.
6 to run. Kendall Tucker with a good sizable lead there in his 00 machine. The Swindell Speed Labs. Car number 0. You got Brad O'Brien, David Allen, that 3rd spot. As we come down the front straightaway, we complete lap number 5 on lap number 6. Kendall Tucker putting a clinic on in heat race number 1.
And it's getting it done right now in heat number 1, and it's still Tucker, O'Brien, Allen running 1, 2, and 3. There's a battle on for 4th and 5th right now. It's Craig Silby and Chris Sebeske. Silby in the 7 machine, Sebeske in the 21, side by side. Silby has the advantage. He'll start on the pole with B-Main number 1. Should he hold on to the 4th position on the racetrack? Speed, this track is starting to get a little bit slick, and just like we've seen in the World Championships, the slicker the better right now. As here comes Sebeske. He gets into the rear nerf of the 7 of Craig Silby.
Sebeske in that 5th spot there at car number 21, but meanwhile coming out of turn number 4, getting 2 laps to go signal. It is Kendall Tucker, Brad O'Brien 2nd, David Allen, Craig Sibley, and Chris Shabaske, your top 5.
It is all Kendall Tucker at the moment. This time by out of turn number 4. He will see the white flag. Oh, look, Alex Robinson decides to stick his nose in there. He's still not going to turn up for work, I see. White flag is out, 1 to run for Kendall Tucker down the back straightaway. He's going to look to start on pole for tonight's main event. Checkered flag is out here for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Heat number 1 is complete. Kendall Tucker will get the job done over Brad O'Brien in 2nd. 3rd, the line is going to be David Allen. Those 3 drivers already transferring to the main event. Everybody else, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they will transfer to one of 3 B lanes here on the program. We'll take a look here in just a few seconds at your finishing results, but there it is. It's going to be Kendall Tucker who will officially get the win. There we go. We should be able to have the results up on your screen. Tucker, O'Brien, Allen, the top 3, Sebeske, Wade, Cardoza, and Silby. Heat race number 2, and what a race this is going to be. Starting on pole, he is the defending 3-time iRacing World of Outlaws World Champion. It's Alex Bergeron for Team ABR Esports. He'll start on pole. He's outside in the 51 for Momentum Sim Sports. It's Clayton Tilley.
Your 2nd row inside the Firm Motorsports car number 47 is Jason Randolph to the south side from Pennsylvania. Car number 141 or 41 is Logan Rumsey.
And your final three starters rolling off out of position number 5 in car number 13. It's Aiden Beeron. Only he's outside. He had a good run last night in the 360 Sprint Car Series for B-Fins. He finished second here last night. It's Sean Bowers driving the 03 machine. And lining up out of position number 7 for TSM, that is Timothy Smith out of position number 7.
All right, that's your starting lineup for heat race number 2 on the field. Let's see here. Hide that track map for you. Look at the bright lights in the infield.
Yeah, this is, tell you what, I love racing on this racetrack, but unfortunately, when we see this, when we see broadcasted races here, 9 out of 10 times, I don't look forward to it.
Right. All right, let's look at this real quick on your race info. I got it. Apex 410 wing sprints. There we go. It's 78 degrees, 56 humidity. Wind's blowing at 2 miles an hour. It's partly cloudy skies there. Lights are going out on the pace truck. We're going to let them loose out of turn number 4. Alex Bergeron and Clayton Tilley, your front row.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be a good front row, that's for sure. Alex Bergeron, again, he picked up already 2 wins this season with the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Car Series, as he had a great race with Tyler Shell, who went back to victory lane and is your defending champion for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting for the 410s. What can Clayton Tilley do? What can Jason Randolph, Logan Rumsey do? What can those drivers do? Interested to see how this entire field goes. Bowers, Beerline in row 3, and Tim Smith. Oh, Rumsey and Bowers are going upside down before he even gets on the gas. But we are going to stay to the green flag conditions.
Well, Tilley got a little bump in the rump there from Aiden Berlin in the 13 machine, as they're still beating and banging for that second, third, and fourth spots there. Meanwhile, Alex Bergeron is leaving the field as we go to turn number 1. Bergeron stays low, but look at Jason Randolph with a run on the high side down the back straightaway.
It's Bergeron and Jason Randolph, 1 and 2. Tilley now trying to work to the outside. We're trying to get back into position number 2. And again, it's top 3, ladies and gentlemen. That will transfer into the main event. It's going to be a 35-lap distance showing here tonight. And once this track slippens off, hopefully these drivers are going to have enough fuel, because once you're on a racetrack like this, Steve, you generally burn 0.9 gallons of fuel.
That is a lot of fuel, that's for sure. And you look at Bergeron has about a 10-car length advantage over Jason Randolph, Clayton Tilley, Aiden Berlin, and Timothy Smith. Logan Rumsey in that 6th spot.
Again, battle right now for second and third. Again, here comes Tilley trying to work to the top side. Just gets a little loose down into level 1. Rumsey as well, trying to make something happen as Aiden Beerline moves into position number 4. Here comes Smith now on the inside of Rumsey. Rumsey going to cut it back down the middle. Oh, he's like, oh, wait in the middle and look out upside down. No. Oh, boy. That is going to be tough going for Smith and Allen. Meanwhile, Jason Randolph coming after Alex Bergeron. And Steve, that's not an easy feat to be up on the tail tank of Alex Bergeron when he took to the green flag.
Definitely is something that you normally do not see, but Randolph, good run in this heat race. He looks on the inside of Bergeron as they exit turn number 2. We are going to have a battle going into turn number 3.
Good battle, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on screen right now. It is Bergeron, Randolph. Now Tilley drops down to the lone side into 1 and 2. He'll follow Bergeron. Here comes Beerline to the outside. Beerline rockets into 3rd, but meanwhile, 2 to run this time by out of turn number 4. Bergeron, Randolph, now Beerline and Tilley. Good battle, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They'll spread themselves out down the front straightaway to the run.
To the run, and you look at there, you see Randolph still sticking it to the high side. Bergeron pulls away out of turn number 2 this time as they go into turn number 3. Bergeron to the bottom. Randolph up high along with Berlin and Tilley. Then Rumsey. White flag, 1 more to go.
1 to run for Alex Bergeron. Again, looking to start on the outside of Kendall Tucker in the main event. And what a front row that is going to be. 3 and 4, final time check and flag is out. Bergeron will get the win. Randolph home in second, just at the line. It's going to go. Third place is going to be Aiden Beerline from the 5th starting position. Good drive there by Aiden Beerline. Steve, that was a pretty tough heat race for some of these drivers, for all drivers. I tell you what, they all done a good show. Alex, even if you did give the snow, I'd still turn up for work on UDTV. Heat number 2 is complete, and we'll take a look at your finishing results. There they are. Alex Bergeron gets the win. Second will go to Jason Randolph. Third, Aiden Beerline. Fourth, Clayton Tilley. Logan Rumsey. Fifth, Tim Smith in 6th. And Sean Bowers in 7th. Heat race number 3. And it's an Elway's Up Sim Sports front row. Starting on pole in caliber 85. The defending Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Car champion. It's Tyler Shell on pole. He's outside. A teammate and pro driver as well in the 99's Greg LeMay Jr.
Row number 2 be Matthew Croak. It's to the south side. It's Ernie Williams Jr., car number 91.
Row 3 inside in caliber 21. That's Trevor Frank. He'll start position number 5. He's outside in caliber 36. That's Justin Osborne. And Trey Galgon will start in the 7th and final starting positions. Heat race number 3. 5 lots of heat races, 7 cars in each heat. We'll take the top 3, locking in 15, and we'll take 3 from B main number 1, 2, and 3. So plenty of racing still to come here from the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. It's shot as they make their way down the front straightaway. Steve, 1 degree. You got to say, Tyler Shell, if he wins this one, it's going to be Kendall Tucker, Alex Bergeron, and Tyler Shell, the top 3 starting positions in the main event.
And that's going to be one doozy of a future race, that's for sure. Something you do not want to miss.
All right, well, here we go. Waiting for the lights. Oh, in fact, we're not waiting for the lights because they are already out. We are set for a start. The pace truck will move to the infield. And Tyler Shell, he's done this once or twice before. We're going to lead the field to the green flag. Keep an eye on Ernie Williams Jr. We are set for a start. Keep an eye on Matthew Croak in the Phantom Motorsports number 2 machine. Green flag is out. And we're off to the races. Tyler Shell, Greg LeMay Jr. Now the battle is on for third as here comes Ernie Williams Jr. around the outside of Matthew Croak.
Ernie Williams Jr. is even closed up on Greg LeMay Jr. out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. As you look, this time Ernie goes high with Greg LeMay. Now looking at 21 with slide job. That is Trevor Franks, but he's falling back after that slide job. The 2 machine. As you look, we're 3 wide momentarily for the 3rd spot. Out of turn number 4 is Tyler Shell. Oh, contact. Williams around.
Trevor Frank going down the racetrack out of turn number 4 and just straight up got loose in front of Ernie Williams Jr. So that's going to take out 2 drivers in that one. Tyler Shell continues to lead. You go back to LeMay running in 2nd, Croak in 3rd, Osborne 4th, Trey Galvin 5th. Ernie Williams Jr. He'll still manage to be circulating around the racetrack back there in 6th position. Meanwhile, Trevor Frank, he's still on the speedway as well. But again, your race leader down into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. We complete lap number 4 of 10.
As you look, Tyler Shell, good lead, sizable lead over Greg LeMay Jr. And then you got Matthew Croak there in that 3rd spot as they're all spread out. And your 4th place runner, Justin Osborne there in the 36 machine. But meanwhile, as we're on lap number 6, Tyler Shell, he's putting on a clinic and showing you why he's the champion.
Yeah, he's defending champion for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. He holds, last time by, it was a 2.016 lead. This time by, as we come to turn number 1 and 2, it is out to a 2.2 second lead. So he's already gained 2/10 of a second over his teammate of Gregory LeMay. Shell going to work back to the inside down through 3 and 4. And seeing as though he's got this much of a lead, LeMay, he's trying the same lines and different tactics coming out. And again, pulling up nearly 2/10 of a second again over Gregory LeMay as we work down the back straightaway. We'll complete lap number 8 this time by.
Out of turn number 4, here we go. 2 laps remaining for Tyler Shell, the 85 machine. As he goes into turn number 1, he sticks it down low, hovers around the inside tires there, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He sticks it down low there. Look at a different line. You see Greg LeMaine. He's a little bit higher in turn number 3, out of turn number 4, but white flag is in the air for Tyler Shell.
Shell looking to continue this good run of form. Back straight away, final time into turn number 3, and waiting to come out of turn number 4. A 3-second win for the number 85. Fairways up Cinesport. It's Tyler Shell home in second. In first. Home in second is going to be Greg LeMay Jr. 3.346 seconds. Matthew Croak back there in third. We go back to Justin Osborne, Ernie Williams Jr., Trey Galvin, and Trevor Frank. So there we go. Heat number 3 is wrapped up and it's in the books. There's your results. There they are. On screen, Shell, LeMay, and Croak. Osborne, Williams, Galgan, and Frank. Heat number 4, let's go trackside on pole in Black Diamond Motorsports. Number 1 ex-machinist, Mason Hannigan. He's outside in car number 23, Kenny Miller, position number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside is Daniel Boyd. To his outside is Joe Kaiser the second.
Mike Augustine, the 72, starts position number 5, and he's outside. Angel Ortega lines up out of position number 6. And rolling off out of position number 7 in car number 5 for the Firm Motorsports entry. That is Josh Van Manen. Now think of this one, Steve. If Mason Hannigan gets the win, we're going to have pro drivers 1, 2, 3, and 4.
A lot of pro drivers. How about that? And
then a chance to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should Braden Isla win heat race number 5 in car number 5.
5 could be the lucky number, that's for sure.
All right, lights going out on the pace truck. Ten laps the distance here from the virtual Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Hannigan and Kenny Miller. I tell you what, Steve, Kenny Miller was a driver that impressed me in the WWILA Speed Week 2 or 3 weeks ago. He really come on in leaps and bounds and showed his true potential in the winged sprint car side of things. Keep an eye on him on the outside of the front row, but the little hurricane for Black Diamond Motorsports in the 7X machine of Mason Hannigan going to get ready to lead us to the green.
As you look, Hannigan and Miller side by side. Pace truck is in. Here we go. We fired off out of turn number 4. Good start for Hannigan. Miller in that second spot. Boyd in third. And then you got a battle for 5th and 6th there. The 29 of Joe Kaiser in that 4th spot there. But look out and look at Miller underneath Hannigan coming out turn number 4.
Oh, look out, Hannigan. Hannigan nearly took the front end out of the 23 on the front straightaway. We head up into 1 and 2. Hannigan still leads from Kenny Miller. A couple of car lengths separating those pairs as they work and hustle down past the turn 3 Peter Hill gang. Out of turn number 4, we work and complete lap number 2. Hannigan a little bit all over the place down the front straightaway. Right now it's still Hannigan leading Miller, and that's 1 and 2. Third place, and we'll go back to Daniel Boyd. How about Josh Van Manen, Steve, from 7th up to 4th, and just that one spot on the outside of a transfer position.
Definitely outside looking in. Hannigan made a little mistake there out of 4. That allows Kenny Miller to the outside out of turn number 2.
Yeah, good battles going on throughout this field, and again, we work on completing lap number 4. Can Kenny Miller, can he close in on the Black Diamond Motorsports for Tim Sims in the 1X machine of Mason Hannigan? Yep, circulating up a storm here at the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. Miller again running in second. Can he get by him?
I don't know. I mean, he has 4 laps to get there. He might. But you look at Miller there running to the lip out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Good run Miller has on Hannigan. Now he goes to the inside. Hannigan goes high out of turn number 4. Here we come to complete lap number 6 of this 10-lap heat race. Contact with the top 2.
Oh, good stuff going on. Miller and Hannigan really putting on his show, Steve. I believe you're getting messages, so we just check those as Hannigan continues to work the top side. 3 to run. This time by out of turn number 4, it's still Hannigan, Miller 1 and 2, Daniel Boyd in second, in third, Van Manen 4th, Augustine 5th, Angel Ortega 6th, and Joe Kaiser back there in 7th position. But again, up front you see Mason Hannigan, Kenny Miller. It's been 1 and 2 for the entire heat race so far. Quarter of a second lead by Hannigan as they come to the start-finish line. It was just shy of half a second. Hannigan continues to lead the way, going down to the bottom side, gets the inside wall, and there's an opportunity right now for Kenny Miller. But Miller, he just got up in the slick, down through turn, on the exit of turn number 4. And that was a real tough going now for Kenny Miller. He had his opportunity. And just like Eminem, you had one shot. Do not miss your chance, because that was your chance. Go on begging. Mason Hannigan will get the win here in heat race number 4. Home in second is going to be Kenny Miller. Daniel Boyd comes across the line in third spot. Fourth, I believe, is going to go to Mike Augustine. Josh Van Manen home in sixth. Sixth will go to Angel Ortega and Joe Kaiser in 7th position. So there we go. Heat number 4 is complete. We wait for our results here in just a few seconds time before we move into our 5th and final heat race of the night. Let's twiddle our thumbs while we wait for the session to roll over. There we go. Hannigan, Miller and Boyd, your top 3. Augustine, Van Manen, Ortega and Kaiser, top 7. Heat number 5, your 5th and final heat race of the night, and Hayden Harvey in caliber 55, a winner in the National Sim Racing 360 Sprint Car Series just under an hour ago. He gets the job. He will start on pole in heat race number 1. On the outside left front row in the elbows up, Sim Sports number 5 is Braden Oller, position number 2.
Row number 2 be Ross Kaiser from California. Car number 92 to his south side is Andrew Hauser in car number 13.
Row 3 inside, it's going to be Leon Carver in car number 10B. To his outside, it's Mr. Mossman himself from Team Outlaw Motorsports, BJ Duvall in 6th position. And lining up at a position number 7 in car number 41, that is Darren Hall.
All right. As they make 1 or 2 pace laps here for heat race number 5, BJ No Call Duvall.
Oh, a bit like Alex.
Alex No Call Duvall.
Like father, like son.
Yes.
And now like teacher.
But coming out turn number 4, we're going to turn the lights out. The flag, we're going to show them 1 to go. Hayden Harvey and Braden Eiler, your front row. Ross Kaiser, Andrew Hauser, row number 2. Leon Carver, BJ Duvall, and Darren Harrell round out your field.
All right, here we go. Your 5th and final heat race of the night before we get into our preliminary mains, our B mains. Again, this should be a good one. If Braden Eiler can get the win here over Hayden Harvey, it means we're going to have World Championship drivers starting in the first 5 positions and picking up all 5 heat races. Hayden Harvey, he's no slouch. He knows how to get the job done, Steve. It's going to be one to watch in this one, starting on pole.
Definitely. As the pace truck is off, here we are. We're fixing to light the fires on the tires in heat race number 5. We're green flag action. Harvey, good start from Eiler in that second spot. Harvey to the high side, Eiler to the bottom. Look at 92 of Kaiser. Run that middle line out. Turn number 2 is going to be all Harvey into turn number 3. Harvey goes high, turn number 3. So does Eiler, Kaiser. Look at Carver and Hauser. BJ Duvall still in that 6th, now up to 5th.
Again, Harvey, Eiler, side by side. Harvey's got the advantage up on the top side of the racetrack. Eiler knows how to get around here. It's right in the heart of BA country. He's representing the posse. Here tonight, as there goes. Lap number 2 is in the books, and Braden Eiler, he'll get back to the top side of the racetrack. Down through turn number 1 and 2. Harvey falls in line in 2nd position.
As you look at spots 3 through 5th, you see Andrew Hauser, Ross Kaiser, and BJ Duvall. BJ Duvall, he slaps the wall, gets really loose out of 4. And Hauser and Kaiser battling side by side for that 3rd spot.
Again, 3rd spot on the racetrack. Hauser, Duvall, and Kaiser. Can he move into position at number 4? That is right there, looking for 3rd. Duvall gets a little loose on the top side of the racetrack, getting a run. Nearly right over the left rear there. And here comes Duvall into that 3rd and final transfer position. You know what? It almost looks like that he's been watching Brett Wheeler and running those rocket racing setups. But I can tell you, he's not on one of those setups. But he certainly looks pretty good and comfortable out there at the moment.
He does. He ran the slider line there, out down the front straightaway. Oh, he gets in the back of the 13. His car starts dancing as out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Your race leader, Brandon Idler, Hayden Harvey in 2nd.
And good battles throughout this field, of course. Again, we continue here on the 5th and final heat race of the night. There's still Andrew Hauser still in that 13 machine, running in that 3rd and final transfer position. Then you go back to Duvall. Duvall on the outside looking in. Round number 1 6 weeks ago, he made the show at Lernerville. And it's been a bit of a tough go for BJ Duvall so far over the past couple of weeks. And, well, trying to get back into the big dance here today. You find yourself just 1 position away from making the show.
That's funny. I'm looking on the inside of his wing or his in-car, and it says, "Don't F up." And now you're on board Hayden Harvey. As he looks, you see as the race leader, Brandon Eiler, just is pulled away as Eiler goes into turn number 1. Harvey runs the top lip there in 1. On exit 2, you see 2 different lines, white flag in the air.
One to run for Braden Eiler. In fact, the checkered flag this time by World Championship drivers. All pick up heat race victories here at the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Braden Eiler, your winner here in heat race number 5. We'll take a look here in just a few moments' time before we skip over to the starting grid in B main number 1. In fact, there's only going to be 2 B mains, and here we go. Eiler, Harvey, Hauser, Duvall, Kaiser, your top 5, Carver, and Hall, your top 7 drivers. Just 2 B mains on the program, 12 laps they are in distance, and we're going to take the top 4 of these ones. And we'll take you into a 23 car field, and we get set for C, well, it says C main, but it is B main number 1. Chris Sebastian in the 21 starts on pole. On his outside, Justin Osborne, position number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside, it's BJ DeValta's outside. It's Logan Rumsey.
Row 3, Josh Van Manen in the Firm Motorsports number 5, out of position number 5. The 14 of Landon Cardoza starts position at number 6.
Trey Galligan will start 7th tonight from Pennsylvania to his outside, Leon Carver.
And your 5th and final row in position number 9 in the 03 machine. He didn't even get to take to the green flag. He was upside down on the exit of turn 4 in his heat race. Driving the Firm Motorsports number 03, it's Sean Bowers. And for Headhunter Motorsports in car 29, that is Joe Kaiser lining up at a position at number 10. Steve, a good buddy BJ Duvall starts position 3. Can he get top 4?
Can he get a top 4?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Does it snow in Australia?
I don't know. Do you have drop bears?
I don't know. Oh, as lights go out, Chris Shabasque and Justin Osborne will bring the field out turn number 4. Does Duvall have anything for those 2 drivers, or is he going to let it sink? It's sink or swim, and you can look on the bottom of your screen. You see him on that cowboy. Or trying to be a cowboy on that horse. Poor horse.
He's trying to giddy up. He's trying to giddy up.
That took a lot of Photoshop there, you know.
All right, here we go. Green flag set the flag. 2 B mains, 2 preliminary mains on the program. Top 4, that's 12 laps in distance. The green flag is out, and we are already racking them and jacking them up on the front straightaway.
Justin Osborne, bad start for him. But look at this. BJ Duvall is on the Alex Robson train out of turn number 4. That second spot there, trying to chase down Chris Shabasky.
Oh, can he get the job done? We'll find out. We'll have to wait and see. Van Manen rides in the 3rd position. Then you go back to Logan Rumsey. Logan Rumsey now moving up to position number 4, trying to challenge for 3rd as they head off into turn number 3 and 4.
Out of turn number 4, Chris Shabasky leads lap number 2. Duvall, Rumsey, and Van Manen. Then you got Bowers, Gardoza, Gallagher, Kaiser, Carver rounded out your field.
Again, top 4 going through to the back of the main event, and this will line up positions 16, 18, 20, and 22. And again, we're just to keep them even, we have to take the same amount from the 2B main, so we're going to line up a 23-car field here as Rumsey closes in on Duval. Rumsey runs the cut-down line, battle on for 4th and 5th right now. Again, the transfer position, Bowers on the inside there. Bowers going to slide up in front of Van Manen. Van Manen tries to work it back down to the bottom side out of turn number 2, and here comes Landon Cardoza. 3 cars hustling and bustling their way down the back straightaway.
Definitely, and look at Logan Rumsey putting pressure on BJ Duvall. BJ almost cuts down on the front of him. There's Logan Rumsey taking that 2nd spot. BJ Duvall falls back to 3rd. Meanwhile, Chris Shabasky continues to lead down the back straightaway. Shabasky goes into high side, turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, where here we come to complete lap number 6. BJ and Logan Rumsey, 2nd and 3rd. Sean Bowers in 4th.
All right, so the gap is 1.5 seconds from Sebesque, your race leader in the 21, to Logan Rumsey in 2nd. Duval back there in 3rd. Sean Bowers 4th, holding on as Duval. Now, he's only got about a second gap back to Bowers, and Bowers has got about 0.3 of a second back to Landon Cardoza. Cardoza works to the inside. Meanwhile, looking at times between Rumsey and your race leader at the moment, it was an 18.206 for Sebesque, where it was 18.3, so 18.483 for Sebesque, and Rumsey was 0.4 quicker, Steve. So Logan Rumsey, he has closed in a half a second and in just 2 laps.
He's ripping the lip as he's in turn number 3, coming out turn number 4. He exits 4 in the middle line there as he is starting to close on your race leader. He goes to the high side of 1, right against the wall.
Sebesque, Rumsey 1st and 2nd, Duval and Bowers now. They are just 0.3 of a second as we start to wind down. Just 2 laps remaining here at the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. Bowers and Duval come together, low bang wheels. They'll snake it down the front straightaway. Landon Cardoza's got an opportunity right now. Can he sneak into that 4th and final transfer position? Steve, just a lap to run this time. Buying the battle on for 3, 4, and 5 is heating up.
Even look at Logan Rumsey. He's in the hip pocket. White flag is out for Chris Shabasky. There's also the battle there for that 4th spot. BJ Duvall currently in 3rd, or 4th. Sean Bowers in 4th. Landon Cardoza trying to get in the final transfer spot. But meanwhile, it's going to be Logan Rumsey picking up the win. Chris Shabasky comes home in 2nd. Sean Bowers in 3rd, and BJ Duvall, your top 4. Cardoza, Van Manen, Gallagher, Kaiser, Carver round out your field.
Well, he's done it. He has done it, Steve. He's transferred to the show. B main number 1 results coming up on your screen right now. Chris Sebesque gets the win. Sean Bowers in 2nd. 3rd goes to BJ Duvall. 4th goes to Landon Cardoza. Logan Rumsey, who was in 2nd, actually finished back there in 8th position. So Landon Cardoza going to go through to the show. I'm just double checking that. Yeah, that's exactly what timing and scoring says. So
yeah,
you know what? I'm going to go back. Now, you won't be able to watch this because I'm just going to go back and see what happened, as he might have had a black flag or something. Maybe passing on the inside of the start before the start finish. It's the only thing that I could I could think of Clayton Tilley and Mike Augustine in row 1, B main number 2.
Remington Wade and Ernie Williams Jr., row number 2.
Ross Kaiser and Timothy Smith in row 3.
Angel Ortega and Craig Silvey in row number 4.
Row 5 and the final 2 starters in B main number 2, Trevor Frank alongside Darren Hall. Another 12 laps on the board. Again, we'll thank you top 4. This is going to line up position number 17, 19, 21 and 23. And Steve, just getting word from race control, hearing over the one-way communication system that they have spoken to the water truck guy. He is going to be going out after this race, and this track is going to be reset to 0%. Now these drivers will have 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes of practice before we let them loose in the main event.
The water truck man is going to make some laps here. As anyway,
I would say Alex Robinson, but we all know Alex Robinson doesn't turn up for work.
Track definitely would be slick then.
Yeah.
Tilly and Augustine. I almost said something else. On your front row, here we go. Green flag is out. Tilly, good start for him. Augustine, he caught Augustine sleeping. There's Ernie Williams Jr. Oh, we got even pushing and beating the bank at a 1 upside down in turn number 1. That looks like it's Craig Silvey. And car number 7, bringing out your caution. Hey, do you want to know something funny, Brett?
What's that?
I can't do replays.
Oh, that's fine.
The bottom of my screen, of the software is not working.
At least you've got your software up. I've tried uninstalling, I've tried reinstalling, and I still can't get the software up. You know how frustrating that is?
Well, it's very frustrating.
I might have to try something else. I don't know what I'm going to try, but yeah.
It's almost like when you... Never mind.
Never mind. We got this. I'm just wondering if I should literally delete everything out of the software, because in a couple of days' time, after I come back from traveling to a real track and doing some real announcing, driving 5 hours, by the time I come back home, I've only got about 3 or 4 hours before I've got to do another broadcast. So,
yeah.
Decisions, Steve.
Well, don't let Alex Robinson make them for you. You might not show up for your broadcast.
I'm not surprised.
But you know what? With all the stuff going wrong for us on the broadcast side, I got the logos working. We got the streamer working. We got the counter working. We just don't have the replays working, but that's okay. But we're doubled up. We're going to let them loose out of turn number 4 for a restart here. You're watching the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprintcars live on UltimateDirtTV. We want to thank our sponsors, HeatWaveDesigns.net, Rocket Racing Setups, SRT Australia, and World Thunder Esports League. Here we go. We're fixing to let them loose out of 4 for a second time. Let's see, does he not get caught sleeping this time on this restart?
Well, we'll find out. Tilly can fire off any time out of turn number 4. Here he goes in that number 51 machine. Paul Merritt and Sims Corns. Keep an eye on Andy Williams Jr. He feels like he's got a little bit of a point to prove. Tim Smith as well in number 50 machine. Those two drivers are going to be super quick here in B main number 2. We're working Steve on lap number 5 with 7 to run.
Augustine on the outside while there bobbles, and that allows a run for Ernie Williams Jr. Williams goes to the high side, turn number 1. Tilly into the wall. Augustine, he got loose out of 2 and collects Ernie Williams Jr. Caution back out on the racetrack. And actually, I might not do replay, but I know how to hit the rewind button. Let's watch this and dissect this. There you see, he gets up, taps the wall. No, he just loses it right there, Brett. And here's Ernie Williams Jr. coming in, nowhere to go.
3 words. Late model driver. Man, Ernie must be filthy at this stage. That is twice in heat racing competition that Ernie has found himself on the wrong end, or on the stiff end of a bargain. And he might want to just go check to make sure there's no ladders around his house, or he might even kick the black cat. Wow, still got no timing up. Oh, well, hopefully see how this one goes.
Lights go out to the pace truck. We're fixing to let them loose as they start to double them up here, or single file restart.
Three to go, Steve, for Clayton Tilley. Timothy Smith in second, third, Trevor Frank and Ross Kaiser, your top 4. Remington Wade in 5th, Ernie Williams Jr. 6th. And looks like once again we are set for a restart with 3 to run.
3 to run, single file restart there. Good start there for Tilley. As you look at Tim Smith in second, Trevor Frank and Ross Kaiser, your top 4. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tilley runs the bottom line as Smith runs the lip out of turn number 4. We complete lap number 10. 2 laps to go for Clayton Tilley in the 51.
Tilley again driving away from the rest of the field. Again looking to transfer directly into the A main. Again having to do it the hard way, but again top 4 is where you want to be right now. So it's Tilley, Smith, Frank and Kaiser. And we'll see what Ernie Williams Jr. can do. We'll see if he's able to get up into the top 5, but a little difficult for him, seeing as though we are on the white flag. 1 to run for Clayton Tilley. Checkered flag this time by Tilley, going to get the win.
Tilley, Smith in second, Frank in third, Kaiser in 4th, Williams Jr., Wade, Augustine, Ortega round out your field. As you see the results on the board there, you see Augustine coming home in 8th, Sibley and Hardley round out your field. As we got a 5-minute warm-up here, as they're going to let them burn in the track a little bit. We'll be right back after these commercials.
himself, Stephen McMillan. We want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV, the Apex 410 Wing Sprint Cars, live on UDTV. Brett Wheeler?
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. Starting on the pole in the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine, it's Kendall Tucker, and he's outside in the Team ABR Esports. Car 12, it's Alex Bergeron.
Row number 2, car number 85, it's Tyler Shelton is outside. In the 7K, it's Mason Hannigan.
Row number 3 inside for Elbows Up Sim Sports, it's Braden Isla on. He's outside driving car number 77. It's going to be Brad O'Brien, position number 6.
Row number 4 will be Jason Randolph at a 47. The Firm Motorsports is outside. Greg LeMay Jr. in the Elbows Up Sim Sports.
Kenny Miller driving car number 23, going to roll off at a position number 9 for Vanderpool Racing, driving car 55. Hayden Harvey, position number 10.
Row number 6, it's going to be David Allen in the TSM car number 01 and Aiden Birdley at the 013 at OBR Sim Sports.
We go back to the back half of the field, starting position number 13, driving car number 02 for Phantom Motorsports. It's Matthew Croak on his outside in car number 79. It's Daniel Boyd.
Row number 8 be Andrew Hauser in the 13th. To his outside, Chris Shabasky, car number 21.
At a position number 17 for Momentum Sim Sports, it's Clayton Tilley on his outside, driving the 03 entry, Sean Bowers.
Row number 10 be car number 50 of Timothy Smith. And to his outside, Team Outlaw Motorsports car number 32 is BJ Duvall.
Your final 3 starters in Caliber 92 for Momentum Sim Sports, it's Ross Carter, position number 21. In the 14th for Stand United Racing, it's Landon Cardoza, position number 22. And for Black Diamond Motorsport, driving Caliber 91, position number 23 is Ernie Williams Jr. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something unique here at the Virtual Williams Grove Speedway. These drivers are about to take the virtual green flag. However, immediately following the green flag, race control will throw the yellow, and we are going to get these drivers assembled into the greatest sight in all of motorsports. Ladies and gentlemen, your Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 4 wide is about to happen. The green flag is virtually out. And again, you see the first 7 rows starting to split to the bottom and to the top side of the racetrack. They'll come round one time, they'll catch the pace truck, and then we'll send them off into the greatest side. Again, a big thank you to, of course, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting for their continued support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thank you to our sponsors here as well, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Design. Check them out on all their social media pages. They make their way off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, please bang your hands together. Give these drivers a round of applause. Let them know that you're cheering them on. Give us some likes, shares, some follows. Give us some comments in the chat. Let us know who you think is going to go to victory lane. But what a sight, Steve. The greatest sight in all of motorsports.
That's right. It's time to grab your cocktails and start cheering on your favorite driver who you want to win tonight. Make sure to put that in the chat comment box. Make sure to hit the like and follow button. And you can also watch us on YouTube.
Yes, we are live across Facebook and YouTube tonight. Of course, a big thank you to iRacing for allowing us to be on the iRacing live page, and of course giving us a wonderful platform to showcase what we can do on and off the virtual world. It is much appreciated for iRacing to showcase what we can do and what we enjoy doing, and that is calling some races. Again, we thank each and every one of you for tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV, as we have, I'm just looking at this just to confirm what we have done. Steve, it is official. As of right now, UltimateDirtTV has 16,000 followers.
What an accomplishment. You know, I was looking back right about a year ago. We were sitting at 5,000 followers. So just think, over 11,000 followers in less than a year.
I don't even think, I think it was actually less than that this time last year, Steve. I think we were still sitting at around 3,000. Because once the pandemic hit around April last year, that is when things literally took off for us.
Yes, it did.
Did you know, now the people at home want to know this, but did you know last year, from January 1st, 2020 to February to December 31st, did you know that UltimateDirtTV had 2.5 million views?
Wow.
Not only that, we also 9,000 followers in 1 year.
That is an accomplishment of its own. That is for sure.
And you know what that comes back down to, Steve? Our wonderful supporters.
That's right. Thank you for tuning in at home. And make sure to hit the like and follow button. We sure do appreciate you, as lights are off on the base vehicle as we're looking off the side of Alex Bergeron's car as Kendall Tucker's fixing to bring us to the green flag.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, round number 6 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. It's time to go live for 35. The green flag is out. We are underway. Shell. It's going to be Tucker Shell on the inside of Bergeron. It's Shell and Bergeron rematch 2.0 from the World Championship.
Aiden Berlia brings out that caution.
Uh-oh.
And look at this. We have replays now. I don't know how that happened.
Hallelujah. It was just Beeline just backed it into the turn, into the outside barrier, and he goes flipping wildly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Better not get back on all fours. And unfortunately, Beeline is done. He's called the pits. Nathan, over under? He's definitely going to be over. He's going to wreck at least 3 people. He was just Beeline. Wow. So first yellow of the night coming inside the first lap here from the virtual Williams Garage people, but still lights and still pacing behind the iRacing.com pace vehicle. Steve, I didn't ask you for your picks. Who are you picking in this one, champion?
Who will pick to win? I don't know. I'm going to go with Shell.
Look, I want to pick Bergeron, but I also want to pick Tucker. Oh, this is tough. This is real tough.
You know what's funny? Sean Stevens says, yes, it does snow in Australia.
Oh, I know that. I know it snows. Look,
it's me.
I'm gonna.
I'm the one who don't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, look. I can't go against the iRacing World Champion, 3-time iRacing World Champion. There's a reason why he is number 1. I'll go with Bergeron.
There he goes. Lights are out. We're fixing to let him loose out of turn number 4. It's going to be Tucker and Bergeron. Then you got Hannigan and Shell, row number 2. Then you have O'Brien and Eiler in row number 3.
All right, once again, green flag set to come back out here. Work on lap number 1 complete. Lap 2. Oh, Bergeron tried to time the start the outside road. Nearly did the exact same thing and tried to follow him. As Eiler going to quickly move into position number 3. Look out, right off, and there goes Hannigan around, and there you go, Nathan Davis. Mason Hannigan already back in the back of the field.
Take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay there. As you look at Matthew Croak going in 2 machine. But you see Hannigan already around, and Croak was even loose going in there. Tough luck for those drivers.
That was actually, that was that. You go back and take a look further, because that actually was caused by the 47 of Jason Randolph. Now, he just went into 1 and 2, and he just looked like he didn't get off the gas until very late. And that's that right side of Jason Randolph got into the left side there of Mason Hannigan. Now, Mason Hannigan, of course, while his car was spinning and flipping and doing the do-si-do dance, and Matthew Croak, Kenny Miller got involved. Unfortunately for Kenny Miller, he's called the virtual tow, and Jason Randolph, ladies and gentlemen, has been given an OL.
Tough luck for all those drivers as we get ready for a second restart of the night. Shell is up to 2nd now. Eiler and Bergeron. You know, Brian, LeMay Jr., Harvey, Allen, and Shabaska, your top 10. Tucker, your race leader.
All right, so waiting for the lights to go out on the iRacing.com pace truck. It is Kendall Tucker to lead us back to the green flag, and this time Tyler Shell going to be on the outside of the front row. Braden Arler, Alex Bergeron, and Brad O'Brien. We got Greg LeMay in 6 as well. Jason Randolph has been sent to the back. We've got Hayden Harvey along with, I believe that is David Allen in the number 11 machine. Trevor Frank, Clayton Tilly up to position 12. So a couple of movers from the back of the field already up a number of positions. Of course, Tim Smith has moved up about a handful of spots. But here we go, restart number 2. We are back to the green flag here at the Grove.
As you look, as Tucker stays to the bottom, Shell stays up high. Bergeron, 3 wide momentarily. Eiler up to 4th, Bergeron to 5th. Bergeron goes to the inside of Eiler. Eiler up high. As you look out, turn number 4, Bergeron does not have the run. And look at O'Brien now, close it up on Bergeron.
Yeah, Eiler working under the inside there on Tyler Shell. There's your battle for second and third. They hustle down the back straight away. Kendall Tucker, your race leader. There is Eiler now, slides up. Kenny Miller, who's just trying to pull over to the infield. Let's hopefully he keeps that car going, not to bring out a caution. And he brings out a caution. That's silly. And the worst thing about that is if he asks for a waiver run, he's probably going to get it. So he should just stop the race because he is already lapsed out. In my book, that is silly.
Yep.
Can confirm Daniel Boyd driving the number 79 back to the pits and might be getting a quick repair on that car. We'll see what happens here as he does. He gets some running repairs done on the 79 machine. He'll come back out onto the racing surface and will he beat the pace truck out? I don't think he will. Hey Steve, what have we been doing lately too with Deval? We've been going asphalt racing. I'm going to say, it's actually quite fun. Super Speedway, the likes of Daytona and Talladega, they are an absolute ball. You should come run with this sometime.
You know, I love running asphalt stuff, but I did do some Daytona stuff.
Yes, BJ and I did the Daytona 500 as well.
Yeah.
Well, BJ done 2 of them. I actually, everyone knows I'm a dirt guy through and through. But the first time I did the Daytona, I'm not going to lie, I struggled to get the pit road entrance right. And we come down and guys just jammed the brakes on, they got their car sideways, and I actually had to avoid it. And 2 pit stops in a row, would you believe, I got incorrect entrance to pit road and I had to serve a 40-second penalty. But for the first probably 20 laps it was or something like that, I was inside the top 5 and I was actually running on 30 FPS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I had to shut a few windows down. Finally got it back up to 90 and then, well, I got bored and it was getting late. So, tell you what I'm not getting bored of, dirt racing here at the Grove. Green flag back out, Shell to the inside. O'Brien nearly takes the left rear of Ira. Now here comes Bergeron trying to scoop to the outside. Nearly 3 wide down into 3 and 4. Look out, it is on, Steve.
It's definitely on. Look at O'Brien there. Wants to put his name in the hat. O'Brien looking to the outside of Shell as your top 3. Tucker, Eiler, and Bergeron. We got caution out on the racetrack, and it looks to be Ernie Williams Jr.
Oh boy, it's up going. Now, BJ did a broadcast here last night with, he done the production when Alex decided to show up for work. Unfortunately, in the 360s, this was how it started. So,
well, you look at and look at the 13. It gets a little loose there off the wall. That comes down on the 91 of Ernie Williams, forcing him into the inside wall and upside down on the pit road entrance or exit.
Yeah, and can confirm Ernie Williams Jr. He's obviously had enough. He's packed it up and he's put a broken 91 and he's dejected and he is ejected out of the race. He is done for tonight. He will take no further part in round number 6 here. Hope to see him back in round number 7 next week. And I'm just trying to think where we are at next week. Let me confirm where we are going to next week for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. I believe there was talks that we were meant to be at Cedar Lake tonight, or no, Weed Sport, but that got changed and the Grove got put in. So next week, round 7, 8, 9, and 7, 8, 9, and 10, we're going to go to the dirt track at Charlotte next week, followed by Kokomo, followed by Cedar Lake, and then Knoxville to wrap up this season. So after tonight, just 4 weeks left of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winning Sprint Car Championship. And a big thank you to, of course, is that Scooter? No, that's Saber Racing Media, Grid Finder, the firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, and I believe they've also got Ryko Motorsports as a sponsor as well.
All right, lights are out. Single file restart. Tucker will bring the field out turn number 4 as they pass the famous bridge there. Pace truck pulled off into pit road. Tucker's nice, slow, easy. In turn number 3, he's starting to light the fires underneath the tires. This green flag racing here at Williams Grove. As you look at Tucker goes to the bottom. Eiler goes up, stays up high. So is Bergeron and Shell. O'Brien made a little contact with the outside wall there. Into turn number 3, you see Tucker runs the middle line. Look at Bergeron goes to the bottom this time on the exit of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Bergeron that 3rd spot.
Yeah, Bergeron now goes back to the top side. Shell works back to the inside. Look out, Eiler, hang on to it. He does now. Here comes Shell, Bergeron. They go side by side behind the 5 machine of Braden Eiler drifts up the racetrack. Shell to the middle. Bergeron trying the cut down line, trying to find the moisture down the bottom side of the straightaway. Here comes Greg O'Brien now. Going to make this a 4-car death. Oh, O'Brien into the side of Shell. Shell goes around. Oh boy, look out. Big dramas for the 85 of Tyler Shell.
Tyler Shell, bring it out. Your caution there. Take a little rewind. Replay quit working now, so we had to use the rewind. We were on board with them. As you look at the rear suspension.
Well, he didn't miss him.
No.
Well, unfortunately, Shell, and he backs it up into the fence too, and probably a good thing that he went sort of rear crash bar and tail tank first, because had he done it on the left or the right, the rear tires, had that had backed up into the wall, there could have been some real rearing damage. But whether that car really starts the crab walk. Yeah, Josh, looking forward hopefully to season 3. Can confirm Brad O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen, was being deemed at fault for that one. He has been given the end of the line. And after running inside the top 5, there is Tyler Shell. He actually goes in, gets a quick repair, so he's actually going to have to come from the back of the field as well. Tough break for the defending champion, by the way.
Definitely, he has to go to the rear. He will restart 19th. But he still has quite a bit to go. I mean, he can still make his way up at least to the top 5, I believe. Well,
he picked up the iRacing World Championship victory here when we were here in the, I think it was in the 8th round of the series, or the 9th round of the series. And he beat the likes of Kendall Tucker, Alex Bergeron, Braden Eiler, those types of drivers. Again, O'Brien, just to confirm on that one, being sent to the end of the line. Lights are out. O-U-T on the base truck. Kendall Tucker, Braden Eiler, Alex Bergeron, your top 3, Greg LeMay, and David Allen, your top 5. How about Timothy Smith from 19th to 8th? How about Landon Cardoza, 22nd to 9th? And what about Ross Kaiser from 21st to position number 11? Green flag back out onto the racetrack. We work on lap number 10, completely 25 to go.
Look at David Allen there. He's in that 5th spot. He's trying to chase down Greg LeMay Jr. And look at Bergeron. Slide job for a lead. Him and Tucker make contact. Eiler, your new race leader.
Yeah, I think Bergeron was trying to give a little bit more room there to Kendall Tucker, but Tucker decided late there to try and turn it back underneath, and they just caught a rear nerf bar, the front bumper. Oh! And Tucker says, "Hello, how you doing, Governor?" We got on that one, Steve. You take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay.
As we're looking at Andrew Hauser, him and the 77 make contact. It looked like they might have went out the park. That might have been the reason why.
Very good chance. Yeah, I believe. Andrew Hauser and Brad O'Brien come together on the front straightaway.
But how about this? Eiler, your new race leader in the 5 machine.
Yeah, he's one of the posse guys, so he'll look to take one for the team. And if he wins, who's going to be happy as a pig in mud?
Well, I guess if he wins,
a guy that doesn't turn up for work.
Alex Robinson has to pay him the $200 bonus.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's already had to fork out $450 for Hayden Harvey, so why not throw in another $350?
Yeah, I believe so. And right now, I can tell you this, that Tucker is not pleased with Alex Bergeron. Showed him a little bit of love in turn number 3. Got alongside him, but lights are out. Let's get ready for this restart, because I got feeling we're fixing to have trouble.
Speaking of trouble, 13 is what they say unlucky.
Yeah.
Look who's in 13th spot, BJ Duval. And he started 20th. He's up 7 spots.
He's up 7. Only because the other people, 7 drivers fell out. But, I mean...
It's just like Alex Robinson at World of Thunder on Sunday night. He only made the main event because we only had enough to go through to the show.
Right.
Speaking of getting on with the show, Steve, green flag for Braden Eiler, Alex Bergeron, Kendall Tucker, Greg LeMay, and then David Allen. That's your top 5 down into 1 and 2. Bergeron, slider line on Eiler. Eiler going to work back to the outside. He'll get clear 2/10 of a second over Bergeron. Bergeron now going to drive it deep down into 3 and 4. Look at the monster slide job by Bergeron, Steve.
And at the line, Eiler has it. Bergeron goes to the bottom. He does another slider over Eiler. Eiler got into the outside wall there. Bergeron, your new race leader, going into turn number 3. Bergeron goes to the bottom. Eiler up high. Look at Tucker. Just keeping it down to the bottom there on the exit of 4 as we come to complete lap number 16.
All right, it's Bergeron, Eiler, Tucker, your top 3. David Allen has gotten by Greg LeMay, but LeMay back to the inside, down the back straight. There's Cardoza. Also battling with Timothy Smith, Landon Cardoza. How about a hard charger from 22nd up to position number 7. And Cardoza is really on the move. And it's Stand United Racing, number 14 machine. What about the battle in front of him, Steve? Greg LeMay in the 99 and David Allen in car number 01.
They're battling, and we got caution out on the racetrack. Tyler Schell involved. We got Clayton Tilley involved. Sean Bowers involved.
Eddie Miller upside down.
And we rewind for a replay here. As you see, Schell and Bowers get into it, and upside down they go. Oh, and Miller just plows through Schell.
Hang on. So, yeah, if we just watching this back here now. So Schell gets a run on the inside of Bowers. Ooh, they just come together. They both got upside down. Miller got into the side of Duval. Miller got hit from behind. Ooh. Now, Tyler Schell has just been given an EOL. Brad O'Brien is back on the racetrack. And I just heard, Steve, from Race Control that they are issuing a warning to the number 12 car of Alex Bergeron for some dirty slide jobs
Oh.
That is directly from race control.
Huh.
Yeah, which, I mean...
Well, I guess if he got mud in the face, it would be considered dirty.
Yeah, throwing that clay up in the visor of your opposition. But I gotta say, that one. I mean, if they're referring to the move that he put on Kendall Tucker, like I said, the way that I looked at it live was that he went to slide Kendall Tucker, tried to give him enough room, but it was only late that Tucker decided to try to turn back underneath that the pair made contact. And then just then, before that yellow came out, it was a big slide job there on Braden Island, but I mean, he was well clear of him.
Yeah. Well, you know, we all see things a little differently on the admin side than we do on the broadcast side. You know, we got a little bit more cameras to work with. So, hey, we're here to tell it how we see it.
Here we go, main event back underway. Steve, one thing to keep an eye on as well is that timer. If we reach the timer, the white will be thrown, and then of course the checkered flag. As we work towards the checkered flag, down into turn number 3 and 4, Isla, top side, big slider there from Bergeron. Well clearing, I might say. And now Isla back to the inside, Isla back to the race leader, work on lap number 19 on the ticket, but it will be lap 18, so 17 in the books.
Down the back straight away you go. See Eiler. Bergeron goes to the bottom. Bergeron with their slider there. He clears Eiler, and now Eiler crosses back underneath and regains the lead.
Here goes Bergeron down to the left side, goes drift up to the middle of the racetrack. Eiler keeps the foot on the throttle and drives to the outside of the 12 and really trying to drive away from the rest of the field. Lamania moves up into position number 3. Tucker trying to work to the inside line. Back there in 4th position. Then David Allen in 5th. And we are yellow. And getting word here that Matthew Croak has already taken blame for that one.
As we rewind it, look at Matthew Croak and see what happens. Down into turn number 3. He gets in the back of the 92. And he collects the 77.
Brad O'Brien in the 77 Steve, so he's back on that one. And Matthew Croak in the Fender Motorsports 02 machine. He was already claiming that one. And of course, race control just going back and just confirming that he will be given an EOL for that one. Steve, like I said, we've got to keep an eye on that timer as we are working at about 10 minutes to try and get 15 laps in. And unfortunately, Steve, I say this a number of times, and I don't say it to sound like a complete bum. There is a reason why I dislike the Grove sometimes. And unfortunately, this is the reason why.
Yes, at the Grove, cautions breed cautions, that's for sure. Especially a tough little track to get around in the sim world. In real life, it's a great track. But in the sim world, it's just, you have to feel they can do it, and have to feel that's on the edge of the cliff. As you look at Tyler Shell, he's up to 12th now.
Yeah, he's really moving through this field. Steve, above your little black bar, it should have a number about displaying drivers. It might show like 10. If you click 24 on that number, if you change that number from 10 to 24, that should show up the whole stand. So I've actually just noticed that. Should be just above that black box where you see the replay. There we go. Look at that. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
And thank you for actually saving my backside once again. 15 laps left to run, Steve.
Green flag is back out. Eiler brings the field down. Good start for him, but look at Bergeron. Bergeron goes to the bottom of turn number 1. He slides up, but Eiler with a run out too. Good run for him, but look out. Tucker back up to 3rd.
Well, fuel might be an issue here. We'll have to chat to the drivers. Oh, Tucker and Bergeron come together. Tucker going to stop there on the exit, on the inside of turn number 4. Tucker goes around, and this is going to be a massive call from race control. Wow. I gotta say, Kendall Tucker is not too happy about that one.
There you see Tucker looking into the inside of Bergeron there. Ran out of room in real estate. And around goes Kendall Tucker.
All right, so I just got word, Steve. I was just in the midst of listening to race control as the 00 comes into the pit road. Gets some running repairs on that Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine. He's going to go to the back. So deemed that Kendall Tucker is at fault for that one. And Steve, I could say that he was already not too happy about that incident. And yeah, again, these drivers, they tend to get hot under the collar, as we all do. They want to win. But at this stage, they're like a tennis match, Steve. Advantage to Braden Isla.
Oh, yeah. As we got now less than 10 minutes to complete the remaining laps of this feature race.
So lights are out. And again, we'll get the field. Single file restart. Lap number 22 on the timing and scoring screen is complete. Out of the 36, although 35, because we did have a 4 wide salute. We've got 14 to run in less than 10 minutes. Hopefully we don't need the time to come into play. Green flag is out, and Isla trying to drive away from Alex Bergeron, but Bergeron will throw the big Hail Mary down into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get clear of him, but Isla now going to find his way back up on the inside. They'll drag race to the bridge. Give the advantage at the bridge to Alex Bergeron. Bergeron, the right rear, taps the wall and give the race lead back to Braden Isla. 13 to run.
As you look this time, they're side by side in one. Eiler with the run altitude down the back straightaway. Eiler shoots up, come out like a cannon altitude, but look out the 99 to Greg LeMain. He's in that third spot trying to chase down Alex Bergeron.
Have a look who's inside the top 10, Steve, or just hovering around the top 10, BJ Duval, but again, trying to stay up near the race lead. Your leader is still Braden Isla. A couple of tenths of a second lead over Bergeron. Bergeron just trying to roll the bottom side. Here comes Gregory LeMay. Top 5, 6 cars have spread themselves out. The next closest battle on the racetrack happens to be between Jason Randolph and Timothy Smith. And you go back to the inside the first 5 laps. Jason Randolph was the car that got into Mason Hannigan. Smith has got some dramas. He caught the opening on the back straightaway, and the left front eating the inside Armco barrier. Tim Smith, caution flag is out for the number 50.
As you look, as Tim Smith out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. See him catch it, and then it slings him into the inside wall.
He was very lucky, Steve, not to go upside down in the course, not to collect any other drivers around him. But Tim Smith, he's going to find himself out of the event. And we are really seeing a battle of attrition happen out here, Steve. If you can keep your car straight, stay out of all the mess. Well, like BJ Duval is doing right now, there's a good chance that the top 10 is on the cards.
Well, you look at Landon Cardoza, I think he was up, since scoring changed. Let's see here. He's 5th. He's up 17 spots at the start of this race. Ross Kaiser up 12. BJ Duval up 10. And back in 11th spot is Kendall Tucker. Tyler Shells back up to 8th in the 85 machine.
Well, looking forward to these final few laps, and I believe we are looking at about 10 to go this time by. As again, we'll wait for the lights to go out on the iRacing.com post truck, and this field once again work themselves into single file formation.
10 laps or 6 minutes, whichever one comes first. Lights are out. Single file restart. Eiler, Bergeron, LeMay, Allen, and Cardoza, your top 5. Randolph, Harvey, Schilk, Eisner, Duvall, your top 10. Tucker, Bowers, Boyd, Groke, and Shabaskay, your top 15. Here we go. Green flag is away with Eiler bringing the field out of turn number 4. As we're off, and look out. Eiler and Bergeron shoot out. Now Bergeron to the inside. He does a slide job. Eiler crosses back underneath, and they're side by side underneath that bridge into turn number 3. Eiler has the point. Now look at Bergeron cutting back underneath. Can he not do it? No, Eiler pulls away.
Yeah, 9 to run for Braden Eiler, Alex Bergeron, and Gregory LeMay Jr. Then you go back and take a look at David Allen. How about Landon Cardoza up to position number 5? He started 20 seconds, Steve. That was dead last in B main number 1. So he only just made the show. And right now, he is the biggest mover in this field with just 8 to run.
Oh, we got a wreck on the front straightaway. Ross Kaiser in the 92 machine. Take a look at that. We'll just rewind it back. Him and Hayden Harvey.
Yeah, he's just striking up into the back of the 55 machine.
He sure did.
And Ross Kaiser out of the event as well. He is done for. He's packed it up. Josh, this is why we don't go to the grove, brother. Steve, how many times have I told you don't go to the grove?
A lot.
How many times have I told you don't go to USA?
A lot.
You understand why now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you this. We're underneath the 4-minute mark to complete these final 6 laps here at Williams Grove. Does Bergeron have anything for Eiler? Does LeMay pull an upset? Or does Allen or Cardoza?
All questions that will be answered here in just a few moments' time. Steve, lights on the iRacing.com pace truck. In the 3 out of 4, the lights will turn off. Braden Eiler. At the moment, your race leader, Alex Bergeron, 2nd, Greg LeMay in 3rd, David Allen, 4th, Landon Cardoza. Rounding out 5. 14 cars, Steve, just left on the speedway.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. You know, it's a bad night when Patricia Payne's cheering on BJ Duvall.
Yep.
I'm just kidding, Patricia.
Well, at least BJ turned up today.
Oh, you can't BJ twice in
Although
one
he
week.
didn't turn up Monday, though.
All right.
All right, let's turn it up, Steve. This time by 6-7. Make that 7 laps to run. Braden Eiler will lead us back off at turn number 4, and the green flag is out.
Green flag. Now you see Bergeron going back to the bottom. Slide job on Eiler. Eiler going to cross back underneath him down the back straightaway. Eiler has it going into turn number 3. Bergeron with others. Crossover move. Slide job, baby. Nope. He keeps it on the bottom.
Bergeron trying to duplicate what he did in the Pro Series, just rolling the bottom side. Here comes Eiler back to the inside. Eiler works his way down the back straightaway. We are working now 5 laps to run. Eiler into the fence, and now Bergeron give him the race lead. So a massive moment in this field. How about Tyler Shell? He is back up to position number 5, Steve.
He definitely is. He's running the top side. Look at the 00 Tucker. Tucker now in 5th.
Tucker working way into the top five along, battling with Tyler Shell. Meanwhile, we are looking at 4 laps remaining here in this main event. Isla continues to work it. High side, low side goes LeMay. David Allen, Kendall Tucker. Here comes Tyler Shell. Shell back to position number 6. But right now, this time by Steve, working on 3 laps left to run.
3 laps to run. Eiler tried his best, run the high line, try to chase down Bergeron. Out of 2, he gains a little bit on Bergeron, down the back straightaway. Bergeron goes to the bottom. Eiler follows him, runs the slider line on the exit turn number 4. Good timing he made up there.
2 laps left to run, Steve, and we are 40 seconds away from this one, closing up. Can they do it? Working at about 19 seconds a lap time, so by calculations, they should just have enough. We get to the white flag. Steve, 1 to go. You can bring us home.
1 to go, and look at Eiler, that second spot. He follows Bergeron. Actually going to keep it to the bottom. Bergeron out of turn number 2. Eiler cannot get a run down the back straightaway. Bergeron goes to the bottom, runs the slider line on the exit turn number 4. He will pick up tonight's Apex Auto Glass Tint future win here at Williams Grove. Brandon Eiler comes home second. Greg LeMay Jr., Kendall Tucker, David Allen, and Tyler Shell. Landon Cardoza, Jason Randolph. Then you have Hayden Harvey and BJ Duvall, your top 10. Sean Bowers, Daniel Boyd, and Matthew Croak in 13th.
Well, going and burning it down on the front straightaway in car number 12. Alex Bergeron gets the win. Braden Eiler home in second spot. Third at the line is going to be Gregory LeMay. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. But actually, I'll tell you what, we're not going to wait too much longer because we're going to go straight down on the front straightaway. We're going to chat to the driver that comes home in third spot here tonight. Greg, congratulations on this third place run. Well, you didn't have to. You had to do it sort of like somewhat of a little bit of a hard way. You had to start on the outside of that 4th row, but you come over the podium. You got to be happy about that result.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the race was a little shortened, and things got a little crazy there a couple times, but it was a good race. I felt good coming through the pack, passing some of the guys that I got to pass, and I mean, racing with Alex and Braden and Kendall and those type of drivers is always fun. They make you work for it.
This racetrack tonight, obviously, after the B mains and the heats, it got to rework back to 0%. You guys had a couple of minutes on the racetrack. Did you think that it was going to get as slick as it did towards the end of this feature event?
Not really. I wasn't expecting it, but I mean, all those cautions and those pace laps really put down some slick across this track. And I mean, I was really glad about it actually myself, because my car was definitely set up a little bit better once it started slicking off, and that throttle control and car control came in play.
All right, well, no doubt you've got plenty of sponsors on this race car, plenty of people behind the scenes, Kevin, who gets this done for you.
I mean, always want to shout out, I mean, the Apex League, I mean, they do a great job, those guys over there. You guys for broadcasting. The team behind me, Elbows Up Sim Sports, I mean, helped me get this done, getting things set up and dialed in. School of Sim Racing, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paint by Tuna Can, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, Over the Wall Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, Roofco, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Shout out to all those guys for letting me get this done and do this every single night. So, thanks again.
There we go, Greg LeMay Jr. in the number 99 machine home in third place. Steve, I believe you caught up with the Pennsylvania in Braden Eiler in second.
Congratulations, Braden Eiler, coming home in that second spot. You led the majority of the race. The last couple of laps was a little harder on you. It looked like you made one little mistake and that allowed Bergeron just to pull away.
Yeah, I don't know how we beat Fairbury in cautions at Williams Grove, but we managed to do it. About ran out of time on the server, but I kind of fuming a little bit from all that. That was very frustrating.
Very frustrating, but still a podium finish for you, sir. Great job there. What or anything you would have done differently?
Really nothing other than cover the slider, but I didn't really think that line was going to be that good at that point. got the right front caught in the cushion a little bit, and it was kind of game over from there. I was making ground out of 2, but with him running dual slider both corners, there's really nothing you can do about it.
Well, who's the sponsors you like think making it all possible?
Yeah, huge thanks to Winged Energy Gum, Reef Kill Indy, Elbows Up Sun Sport, Flow Racing. Everybody puts this deal on, and hopefully we can get a better show next week. Appreciate everybody for putting the show on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Brandon Eiler picking up the second place finish tonight. Throw it back over to Brett Wheeler, who has your future race winner, Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, coming away with another victory here tonight. This time he does it back at Williams Grove Speedway. Alex Bergeron, congratulations, champion, on the victory. And wow, that was a tough race to watch. It must have been very tough and frustrating at the same time to be in that one.
Yeah, well, a lot of caution for sure, but we came on top, and definitely a good battle there at the end with Eiler, and glad to see some green flag action there because I knew we had the fastest car out there tonight. Just needed the green flag runs, and it came to us there in the end, and slider line both corners came in, and was able there to pull away and capture the win here.
There's a couple of moments in that race where you had some contact, and you were actually being, I sort of heard over the one-way communications, if you actually got warned for some dirty slide jobs. When you get warned like that, does that change the way you race over the next course, or over the course of the next sort of 10 to 15 laps?
Absolutely not, because in my head I knew it was not dirty at all. I didn't do anything wrong. I just whenever me and Tucker got together there, I just drew. It was not even a slider. I was just trying to go into the 3/4 lineup, and he actually came down and he got in the back of me. And then on the turn 1 there with Eiler, Eiler was running the top all the time, and he started running the middle there whenever I was beside him. So I had no idea, and I actually let him go there out of courtesy to let him go by. I never wanted to wreck anybody there, so it doesn't change anything because I knew it was not intentional or it was not trying to be dirty or anything like that. So it's just on the side of the officials there. But other than that, we definitely did a good race, and I feel like if we wouldn't have all these yellows, it would have been a great race. Williams Grove and this track is good, and honestly, I think that tonight's race is a great race for the championship, and we'll just have to keep on focusing hard and trying to go for the win in the next few weeks. And I feel like we have a shot at the championship. We just have to keep working hard and get those wins there.
No, buddy. Look, well done on coming back to victory lane here at the Williams Grove Speedway. No doubt, as usual, you've got a lot of great people behind you, and of course, a lot of great sponsors. Champion, what you think those ones?
Yeah, absolutely, Brad. As always, Team Very Sports, Jason, Rebecca, everybody helps us out. All our partners, CSI Shocks, Biologic Cat, BK Designs, Wiring Farm Equipments, ABR Setup Shop, Stoco, CD Cinematography, and everyone that helps us out. My dad for watching all the time. You guys at UltimateDirtTV are doing an awesome job, and Apex is a glass championship for putting this up, and can't wait to be back next week and trying to go for the win.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Bergeron home in first place. And Steve, I hate to say I told everybody so, but Williams Grove strikes again. But in the end, we got there, and Alex Bergeron gets the job done.
He does. He picks up the win. Good job by Brandon Eiler and Greg LeMay Jr., your top 3. Kendall Tucker made it all the way back up to 4th after going to the rear. Tyler Shell finished 6th. And look at David Allen. He has the top 5 finish here. Landon Cardoza was your hard charger. He passed 15 cars to come home 7th. BJ Duvall passed 10 cars to come home 10th.
All right, well, that will wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Going to be thank you to Steve McMillan for jumping in and saving our backside. Otherwise, we would have had literally 0 overlays. Of course, my timing and scoring going berserk and not working after literally 2 days ago it was working. So no idea what the issue is there. So Steve, thank you very much. As always, it's been fun to get back up in the booth with you. And well, the tag team is back, baby.
That's right. And we'll see you Sunday night, right?
Yes, I believe so. This broadcast will be Sunday. We'll go with Sunday night at the moment with the World of Thunder Esports League. Sunday, Fun Day The Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks, followed by the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series Envision Custom Graphics Big Block Modified, then followed up with the fourth and final race of the night to end the Sunday Fun Day, the Mimi's Makings in Motion Super Late Models. Where are we at this week, Steve? You know?
Let's see here. I could tell you real quick. Let's look. Let's see here. We will be at Knoxville.
All right. Well, looking forward to that one. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks to Apex Auto Glass and Tint and their wonderful supporters that keep the wheels turning in season number 2. And again, we've got 4 weeks left of racing for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting Sprint Car Series before we crown a champion. Can Tyler Shell, can he claim back-to-back championships? Can he walk away with a good chunk of change in his back pocket? We'll find out over the next month of racing. And until then, a big thanks to World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Designs. Check them out on all their social media pages. Thank you very much for spending your Thursday night with us here. On behalf of Stephen McGillen and Brett Miller, we say farewell. Good night. We'll see you Sunday.